All right. Since we are live, let's check it out. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Much love to the chat. Those of y'all that's in the building early. Smash the like button as you come on in. I say smash the like button as you come on in. We're going to talk a little boxing in the AM. Share the video and spread the word to the ends of the earth. 78 Sports TV is live, you dig? Yes, indeed. It's Wednesday. They call it Hump Day. Let me scroll up and see if we got in the building thus far in the AM. Make sure y'all share this video, man. Jeff, the producer, in the building. My brother, Drew Titan LLC is in the building. Brandon Bay, Dale Reeve, Avery Vice, Coach 67 Sports TV up in here. TY Boxing 02, Skull Duggery is in the building. Let me see here. Stephen L. the Mizak, DC Mule, Whatever Man, Rick Blackwell, Macadaeus Mac of the South, the Dirt Gang Boss. My brother, Supreme Beast Boxing Talk Cadillac Red. Stephen L. the Mizak, Escalero Gustavo is in the building. G. McCall, Anwar Willis, Miracle Taz, Ty French 600, Kevin Hill, Black Martial Arts Society is in the building. Young World, Stephen X, Sniper in the building. HC Boxing, Mo 2013, Anthony Bowden, Hotep Shalom, Miami Snoopy 305, Cedric Trailer, Powerhouse Watson, Cano Loco, the homie in here, Judah. We got Coach Hudson is in the building. What to do, Coach? Gabe Moore, Pancho Villa, Vincent Williams, Kevin Hill, Shaquan, CT Fat Boy Big Chi, Growing with Soul is in the building. Craig L. Let me see here. Dane Watson. G. Cole Wody. My bad. Sheldon LDBC or nothing. Jalen Hudson. Isaiah W. It's Gotcha. Jeremy. Corey, a.k.a. New Fat Boy, what it do? The Boxing Lowdown. Dinkin Dollars. A Condo LDBC or nothing in the building. Hey, I'm going to call you after this, Condo. Definitely going to call you after this, man. Get well soon, bro. Mike Rhyme. Pancho Villa. Hugo the Maz. D-Man Jr., what it do? Elbow. Mr. Jannard. All right, y'all. What's up? My brother Joe Thompson coming through, standing on LDBC business, you dig? Yeah, y'all get them likes all the way up. Hit that like button, share the video. Let's go and talk about this stuff, man. Let's go and get it out the way. Let's go and start our cooking. Matter of fact, let me, I don't know why I keep forgetting to do this. Lord have mercy every day. I forget to do this. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me see here. Every day I forget to do this. Where we at there? Where we at? Here we go. Put this out here in the chat. Here we go, y'all. LDBC meet and greet. Tickets. Make sure y'all go get that. Get y'all tickets for the LDBC meet and greet if you plan on going. Do not wait till the last minute. It's imperative that you get your tickets now so we know who's going to be there. All right? This stuff costs money, bro. Thousands of dollars get wasted if we end up getting, we got a space that requires a certain amount of people. So if y'all ain't coming, then I can be getting a refund on some of that bread. That, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got the, come on. I ain't gotta be spending all that money, wasting thousands of dollars, man. I just need to know ballpark who all coming, how many people gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. Let me see. Come on, YouTube, what is y'all doing every time I try to pin the message? There we go. The message is pinned. All right, we good now. All right, get the likes all the way up, y'all. We need over 100 likes in the building. Hit that like button. All right. So let's talk about what the news is today. So Turki Al-Sheikh announces Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. And he announces that there's going to be a press tour. And in this video on his Twitter page, Canelo is talking about how, you know, we two real fighters and we're going to fight and blah, 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 and this and that. And basically, you know, and then Turki says, oh, yeah, we're not like the YouTube fighters, you know, a shot at Jake Paul, right? So Canelo is saying, no, we're fighters, we're real fighters. Turki then comes out seconds later and posts, from this point on, I don't want to see any more Tom and Jerry type boxing matches where one fighter is running around the ring and the other is chasing him. We can no longer support these kinds of fights with Riyadh season and the ring. We want to support fighters who leave it all in the ring and fight with heart and pride. Okay, now let me tell you what Turki is talking about in this situation. After the last Riyadh season, the last Ring Magazine event from Turkey, okay, where you had Teofimo Lopez versus Barbosa, Devin Haney versus Ramirez, and Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Ramiro, a lot of people complained that the card was boring, right? A lot of people didn't like there was no fans there. They didn't like the fights, right? A lot of people said even Teofimo Lopez's fight boring. They thought Devin Haney fight was boring. They thought that the Ryan Garcia and Rolly Ramiro fight was boring, even though they stood right in front of each other but wasn't throwing no punches. Then the next day you had Canelo Alvarez versus the Cuban cat, Williams Cole or whatever, and people thought that fight was boring. So Turkey is now under pressure to produce some entertaining fights because of fans in America whining and crying who really don't care nothing about these events anyway. They really want Turkey to fail because they ride in the sack of top-ranking PBC and they think Turkey is a threat. So they complaining and whining, and Turkey is listening to the goofies. He's listening to the goofies, so he's trying to send a message to Terence Crawford. We need y'all to produce. We need you and Canelo to produce in this fight. I want to have a legendary card, a legendary fight. I don't want to see you running around the ring and Canelo chasing you. Well, that's a tough titty. I don't care what you want, Turkey, because Bud, if you standing in front of Canelo Alvarez, you a fool. I don't care what Turkey talking about and what pressure he under from these big-eyed taco wearing jigs that's on YouTube either. How you gonna try to start a no running rule, but you ain't gonna start a no racism rule? You ain't gonna start a stiffer punishment for no PEDs rule, but you gonna talk about the no running rule? Jigs, I call them. That's what they are. And what is running? That's up to somebody else's interpretation. People said Muhammad Ali was a runner. People said Sugar Ray Leonard was a runner. They said Mayweather was a runner. So what is a runner? Just so happened the greatest fighters of all time is called runners. Just so happened. Shout out to Todd French, 600 is in the super chat with that 5-piece. Much love and much appreciation, good brother. He says, this has got to be the absolute most ridiculous last 2 decades of boxing ever seen. The pure audacity to tell a professional how to box is wild. Yeah, especially when you can't box. Especially when you can't box. You can't box, but you're going to tell somebody else how they're supposed to box. It's unbelievable. 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 Young World in the super chat with that 20-piece chicken nugget. Much love and much appreciation. Says, take your time and cook 78. Salute to the chat. Thank you, good brother. Salute. Coming with that 20-piece chicken nugget. Salute to the homie. Yeah, so at the end of the day, this is why I don't respect these jigs on YouTube. And I don't respect none of these dudes, because dudes will come out and make a stance against a style of boxing, a legitimate style of boxing, right? Outboxing is a style of boxing. Outboxing has always been called running from people who don't know how to cut the ring off. You understand? Outboxing has always been called running from people who don't know how to cut the ring off. People who are lazy. I'm gonna tell you why outboxing is the most dangerous style in boxing. And this is why it's hated by people who can't cut the ring off. See, when you fighting a guy that's straight up and down, no special effects, as Mayweather say, that stands in front of you and he bang, that's an easier style to fight. When you're fighting the guy who has lateral movement, he circles to the left, he circles to the right, right? You can't just rush in on him, because he can throw a right hand or a left hand and counter you, bop, catch you coming in, all his momentum coming towards you, your momentum jumping in, you laid out. You adios, amigos. That's why that style is difficult, and that's why people hate that style. Right? So they try to trick you into standing in front of them. Oh, come on, man, just stand here. Stand here, let's fight toe to toe. I'm not watching boxing to watch some Roman Coliseum gladiator sport. You understand? I'm not watching boxing to see two men, one man with his hand tied behind his back, and they just slug away at each other. That's what what do you think they got the Royal Rumble from? You know, WWF, WWE got the Royal Rumble. This is what they used to do to black fighters, right? Black kids. They get a bunch of black kids together from the neighborhoods and blindfold them, put them in the ring, and have them beat the mess out of each other. Last one standing is the winner. Last one standing is the winner. Okay? These disgusting slugfests, all right? Now, there are many styles of boxing. Outboxing is a style. You understand? Infighting is a style. The boxer puncher is a style. The swarmer is a style. The slugger is a style. I like all of them. I like all the styles, right? James Kirkland was one of my favorite fighters. James Kirkland was a slugger, a swarmer. He just come in there and let his hands go, and James Kirkland didn't know what defense was. But I love James Kirkland's style. He was entertaining. You understand? He was entertaining for me. Now, had James Kirkland had more defense and paid more closer attention to his defense, he probably wouldn't have lost a couple of fights that he lost. See what I'm saying? James Toney, another guy. James Toney was never on his bike. He didn't have a lot of lateral movement. James Toney would stand right in front of you and you couldn't hit him. Right? He had that amazing, impeccable defense. He was an infighter, a master of infighting, a master, James Toney. Stand right in front of you and slip everything. His waist. I mean, just forget about it, bro. Unmatched defense, James Toney. Just ridiculous. Stand in front of you and you couldn't touch the man. Right? Mike Tyson. Peekaboo style. Coming in forward. Headhunter. Body attack. Swarming. Bobbing and weaving. Seek and destroy, getting you up out of there. Right? Muhammad Ali had a different style. Work his jab. Lateral movement. Circle around the ring. Wait for you to make a mistake and get up at you. Find out your weakness and get rid of you. Those are different styles of boxing, bro. And this is why I try to tell people, this is why, like Kung Fu movies. I love Kung Fu movies. Because in the Kung Fu movies, you have dudes with different styles. You might have the dude who do tiger claw, another dude who do the snake, another dude who do crane, another dude who does the drunken master, whatever, right? And then all these guys, Wing Chun, all these guys get together and they fight, and you trying to figure out what's the best style. It's all Kung Fu. It's all martial arts. But you're trying to figure out who has the best style, who's the best. You cannot come into boxing and say, I'm going to eliminate a style because it's too hard for other people to beat them. That's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. And like I said, if you're going to take a stance to say that you got something against one style of boxing, then why not take the stance and say, we from now on, we're not tolerating no racism. Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia been going wild about racism. I ain't seen Big Turk say nothing about it. I ain't seen these jigs on YouTube say nothing about it. Not one person wants to ban racism from boxing. Let's see a tweet from Turkey that says, hey, from now on, the Ring magazine will no longer tolerate any racism. How about that, Big Turk? No, you don't want to do that. You want to come out here and pander to these suckers out here talking about cat and mouse and this and that. What does that mean? What does that mean? Come out and make a stand against racism. You want to show me something? Make a stand against PEDs. Come out and say the next time from now on, the Ring magazine, we are not tolerating anybody who does performance enhancement drugs. How about that, Big Turk? So Terrence Crawford, do not fall for this nonsense. You go in there and you fight Canelo Alvarez the best way suitable for you to win that fight. You are not obligated to stand in front of the bigger man and let this man pound on you for somebody else's entertainment. You go in there and do what you're supposed to do. You win that fight. That's what you do, Terrence. Let me read the super chat. I might miss somebody. F Money in the super chat with the 5-piece. Appreciate the support. He says, you see Tank pop out of nowhere and attack Bill on Twitter for having a mohawk at 50 and saying he need Floyd. He then deleted it, of course. Yeah, I seen Tank. I didn't even do no video about it. I don't pay attention to Tank. Tank got issues, bro. He insecure. He got issues, bro. Tank one of them dudes that want the girl to turn the lights off before he get naked in the bed and stuff. Turn the lights off. She's like, why? I want to see you. Turn the lights off. Turn the lights off. He one of them dudes. So, you can't pay attention to Tank. He insecure. Boxing Hacker in the super chat with the 5-piece. Much love, much appreciation. Family says, the no running rule only applies to fighters people don't like. Why didn't they bring this up when Lomachenko did nothing against Teo for 7 rounds? Hey, bro, because he got the complexion for the protection. I was just telling my homeboy this earlier. It's the white person at the cookout syndrome. That's what I call it. White person at the cookout syndrome, man. When white folks or a non-black person does something equal to or okay that we typically are good at, we overhype it and act like it's something. You know what I'm saying? When Sarah comes to the cookout, your cousin James comes to the cookout with his Caucasian girlfriend, and Sarah then brought some macaroni and cheese or some dish, and don't nobody really want to eat it because we already know what time it is. But you want to be polite. So you say, I'm going to go ahead and try it out. And you already preparing yourself to lie and say it's all right. But then they actually be good. You're like, okay, this is good. This is doable. I can do this. And what you do, what black folks do, we always exaggerate. Man, this is all, man. Hey, man, Sarah, you invited every time. Hey, this all right now here, Sarah. Hey, this better than Big Mama macaroni and cheese. Hey, Sarah, you boys got some black in your family, Sarah. You done put your foot in this, Sarah. Watch out there now, Sarah. Girl, you better go on now, Sarah. This girl wants Sarah put that with the. Oh, that's what we do. We gas everything up. So when Lomachenko can outbox, we act like he the greatest thing we ever seen, like as if we ain't never seen all these great black fighters who've been great outboxers. Lomachenko learned from us. But that's what we do. Who we got here? Freeman's March in the super chat. Appreciate the love, Freeman's March. He say, with the 5, he said, Turkey need to clarify what he means and tell us which boxers are runners. He bugging. And if he explains it, what many believe, it should be done. Salute. Let me see here. Fame in the super chat with that 2-piece. Appreciate the love. Says, I promise Turkey don't give a F about us black boxers. Well, I don't expect him to. Felix Nunez is in the super chat with the 2-piece. Appreciate the love. Says, I took Turkey tweet as a diss to Dev. What the F was that, 78? It wasn't a diss to Devin. Turkey has a good relationship with Devin. I know that for a fact. It wasn't a diss to Devin. What he's trying to do is he's trying to pander to the people who may not want to order the Canelo Crawford fight because they think it's going to be a running somebody, Canelo chasing Bud around the ring and all that. And he's trying to pander to these lames that was complaining about the May 2nd card. So Turkey know what he's doing. He's trying to play both sides. But I know for a fact Turkey ain't got no issue with Devin. I know that for a fact. He's paying Devin too much money. If he had an issue with Devin, he wouldn't be paying him. Mahari Nation Sports Podcast in the super chat with that 5-piece. Appreciate the love. He says, that's like saying we are eliminating dunking from basketball because black athletes are better. Remember, the NCAA did that to Kareem in the 1970s. Yeah, it did that to Wilt Chamberlain, too. Remember, they changed the rule on Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain couldn't shoot free throws, so he used to just dunk. He used to dunk from the free throw line and take off from the free throw line and dunk it. And they let him get away with it for a while. Then they changed it and said, no, that's not fair because other people can't dunk from the free throw line, so you got to shoot it. Yeah, that's what they do. They always change the rules for black folks, you know what I'm saying, trying to make it even for somebody else. Tremel Browning in the super chat with that 10-piece. Appreciate the support. Says, salute, 78. I just woke up to the news in Turkey announcing this very disgusting comment targeted at African Americans. But this is the big question. Is Lopez still going to fight or back at square one? I don't know what Lopez is going to do, but Turkey shouldn't work with Teofimo no more. If Teofimo disrespected and all that, Turkey should have some testicular fortitude and not work with Teofimo no more. It should be a no anti-racism rule. That's what it should be. Todd Frizz 600 is back in that super chat with the 10-piece. Thank you, sir. Since boxing is the most opinionated sport out here where the rules and scoring is based on opinion. He says the black boxer has y'all gotta forgive me, man. My eyes are getting blurry. So the black boxer has even overcome biased opinions. So they keep stacking the deck. Hashtag another obstacle. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do, man. Nino Brown Boxing is in the super chat with the 5-piece. Salute to you, bro. He says, sounds like Turkey is responding to the consumers' complaints for the sake of more entertaining fights at the expense of authenticity of boxing. That's exactly what's happening. Well said. That's exactly what it is. David Jackson is in the super chat with the 2-piece. Appreciate the love. He says, F Turkey. That was a personal dig at Devin and Shakur. Salute. Nino Brown Boxing is in the super chat with the 2-piece. Appreciate the support. He says the NFL trying to ban the tush push. The tush push. I don't even know what that is. What's the tush push? I don't even know what the tush push is, bro. What's up, Sister Shawa? I see you in the building. Yeah, but anyway, that's what they're doing, man. So, to the quarterback sneak. Banning the quarterback sneak? How you going to do that? That's weak. What? Oh, my God, bro. If they do that, bro, just forget about it. Forget sports, bro. Oh, my God. You're trying to ban the quarterback sneak. Oh, my God. Bro, please tell me you're lying, bro. This is the most racist, ridiculous. Bro, they changing every rule that benefit black people. Sooner or later, they're going to ban. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They're going to get rid of Magnum condoms next. They're going to say Magnum condoms is unfair. It's ridiculous. We don't need Magnums. They're going to get rid of that now. Bro, if they ban the man, forget man. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. What's up, Shay Girl 85 in the building? This is ridiculous, bro. Straight up. I didn't even know that. I ain't been really following the NFL like that, so I don't know. That's ridiculous. You say, oh, Abel said they failed. They tried it, but it failed. David Jackson in Super Chat with the 2-piece. Appreciate the love. He says, LOL, Nas 78, the Eagles version of the QB sneak. The OG Mr. Mont is in that Super Chat with that 5-piece. Appreciate the love, OG. He says, just think, 78, this nonsense was spearheaded by Taco Hat wearing black man. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean, bro. They get thousands of people to complain about some nonsense. Meanwhile, y'all still trying to work with Teofimo Lopez, who's a flat-out racist. This man then said racist remarks towards black fighters at every turn. Nothing happened to the dude. No suspensions, nothing. Right? He done disrespected Muslims, everything. Nothing. Ryan Garcia, racist attacks against black people. Even Islamic attacks. Still getting paid. Took PEDs. Nothing. But the Taco Hat Jigs is running around this joker talking about no running rule, pandering to racist fan bases. Bro, I'm going to tell you something. I don't care how much money these dudes make. Bro, it's no way I'm going to wake up in the morning as a father, look my kids in the eye, kiss my babies on their cheeks and heads, knowing they daddy a jig. Never going to happen. Knowing I'm pandering to racists in order to get a paycheck. I'm selling out my own people to get a paycheck. Never gonna happen. But then again, when you got mixed loyalties, you're gonna do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't roll over in the morning and see and you know what I'm saying, and see the black hole, then I don't know what you're doing with your life. I don't know what you're doing with your life. Young World in the Super Chat with that 10-piece. Much love and much appreciation. Family says it's basically the unstoppable play used mainly by the Eagles. They push Jalen Hurts forward for short yardage, goal line, touchdowns, first downs, 4th and 1, etc. Yeah, I get it. KBGJ is in the Super Chat with that 2-piece. Appreciate the love, family. Said later for Turkey, let him have the Migos. Yeah, I want Dave to get his money. Just get your money. Get your money. You know what I'm saying? Get the guacamole. Get to the guacamole. Cause yeah, they definitely Turkey's being foolish by letting Oscar De La Hoya and all these other people play games with him and dictate to him and tell him what's hot and what's not hot and all that. Dude, get up out of here, man. Ed P. I don't know who you are, Ed P. Runners about to go broke. What are runners? What are runners, Ed P? I never seen you in this chat before. So that tells me it's probably a ghost account from some mark, some coward that's afraid to speak from their main account. Matter of fact, I don't even care what your opinion is. Just go ahead and somebody slap him in the back of the head with a wrench. Get Ed P up out of here. Okay, Abel, I see. Look at Max Johnson. That running boxing is for Devin and Floyd. Okay, if you're comparing Devin to Floyd retired undefeated. So what are you talking about? Max Johnson. Get Max up out here too. And on top of all y'all talking all this stuff, Turkey's just pandering to y'all anyway. He pandering to y'all. Turkey ain't finna ban no whole style of boxing. He just pandering to y'all, so make sure y'all order that Canelo fight. That's all he doing. Making sure y'all order the Canelo fight. And I know this for a fact. I know this for a fact. He just saying something. But still, even if he just saying something, I don't like what he's saying. You got to pander to these dudes. You the one with the bag. Jason Bourne in the super chat with that 5-piece. Appreciate the support. He says, I thought Turkey was the true fan of boxing. Catering to casuals will ultimately ruin his plans. It's called sweet science for a reason. Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nino Brown Boxing in the super chat with the 5-piece salute, fam. He says, I think Turkey just pulling a Bob Arum and kicking the dumb fans like rocks. That's exactly what he's doing. I know for a fact that's what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing. Turkey got an excellent relationship with Devin, bro. He liked Devin. He support Devin, and that's what makes a lot of these other guys mad. That's what makes a lot of these promoters mad. Because Devin don't have to sign with Eddie Hearn or don't have to sign with Oscar. Devin went directly to Turkey. He has Turkey talks to Devin on the phone. So, but at the same time, there are casual fans who don't like that, and they don't like Devin. So Turkey is pandering to these dudes. But he don't have to. He don't have to pander to nobody. Ty French 600 is in the super chat with that 5-piece. Appreciate the love. He says, how about he used his influence to make these duckers to stop ducking? Talk about it then. Yeah. What about a no ducking rule? What about a no ducking rule in the sport of boxing? There you go. So how about banning goofy ideas that will get someone unalived in the ring? Absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's exactly what we need. A no ducking rule, no racism rule, right? A no PED rule. That's what the Ring magazine need to be standing up to. They ain't gonna do that though. They ain't gonna do that. Black people in general don't stay on code, especially black fighters. If black fighters was to say, hey man, if black fighters unanimously say, yo, we're not messing with T.O., he this, he that, he a racist, we ain't supporting him, then all these promoters who need black fighters, they would have to kiss our behind and do what we wanted them to do. But because black fighters don't, stand on code, or, black entertainers, everybody all over the place, but it's no organization, they can do what they want to do. What's up, Will Sinclair? He said, no eye bucking rule. Facts. Keep your eyes in your head. No laughing for no reason, smiling and making weird noises, acting like some minstrel show. None of that stuff. The moment you do that, you a jig. Bucking your eyes and making weird noises like you some practicing Tiger Crane technique or something. You do any of that, you a jig. Mm-hmm. No wearing taco hats. That we need to have a rule. No, anybody who wear a taco hat and you black, there's something wrong with you. The ultimate jig. Any man that's black that put a taco hat on his head, you already know this man is a panderer. You already know this man got mixed loyalties. You already know who he wants to win. You already know who he appreciates in life and what culture he wants to be a part of. Ridiculous. He said no purposely missing weight rule. Facts. Mm-hmm. Y'all smash the like button. Get them likes all the way up. We need 400 likes in the building. We need 400 likes in the building. Yeah, but anyway. Let me take this off the screen. Yeah. Anyway, look. The Jig Olympics. Look at the Jig Olympics. It sounds like a horse. Every time you turn around. Unbelievable. Yeah, later for the jigs, man. Anybody got time for them? But anyway, so yeah, Turkey pandering. He pandering to the casuals and the people that's whining and crying. He want to throw them a bone. You know what I'm saying? To make them feel like, you know what I'm saying, he on the job or something like that. But, you know, I happen to know otherwise. I happen to know that Turkey be capping. You know what I'm saying? I happen to know Turkey be capping. And he's sending a message to them cats. Absolutely. Learn to cut off the ring, Shower. That's exactly what it is. That's a part of boxing. Learn to cut off the ring. Plenty of fighters know how to cut the ring off. They wasn't bothered by it. Chino Maidana wasn't worried about nobody cutting off. He cut the ring off on you. He gonna get you. He gonna mow you down. David Benavidez cut the ring off and mow you down. Plenty of fighters throughout history. Mike Tyson cut the ring off and mow you down. So I just don't get what these lesser fighters, we got to pander to them and, oh, he's flat-footed, he's slow. Come on, you can't be running around the ring like that, and you can't be using all that lateral movement. It's ridiculous. So Crawford want to be 3-time undisputed. He ain't playing with Canelo. Yeah, I want Crawford to go in there and fight a smart fight. Do what he got to do. Use your lateral movement. Use your quickness. That's what you got to do. Yeah. You know, find your openings and attack when you see the opening. But don't stand in front of that dude. Ain't no way. I said, did anybody ever cut the ring off effectively against Sweet Pea? Nope. Not to my knowledge. I thought Sweet Pea beat Oscar De La Hoya too, and they robbed him. And then De La Hoya, that fight made me so mad because De La Hoya arrogance. De La Hoya literally admitted that he got the decision because he's younger and he's more handsome or some crap about how boxing, he's the money man. So boxing gave him the decision. He admitted it after the fight. It was an interview. I was so mad watching that, man. That's why I hated De La Hoya after that Sweet Pea fight. That arrogance of this dude. Joe Townsend in the super chat with the 10-piece. Appreciate the love, fam. He says, what's good, 78? Imagine if they got rid of a style of martial arts. How would we know if a show enough is the master? He says, how will we ever know if Leroy Green got the glow? He says, we live in a weird times, OG. Yes, we do. That's what it is. Weird times, man. Weird times we live in there. Strange. What's up, Mako? Yeah, so I'm hoping Crawford don't he just go up in there and do what he gotta do. Crawford go up in there and do what he gotta do. Don't worry about the nonsense. Let me see here. Philip Quinn in the super chat with the 2-piece. Appreciate the love. Says Taco Hat is the final boss of jigs. Wow. He called that man the final boss of jigs. He called that man the final boss of jigs. Yeah. Jig Olympics, man. Maybe making all crazy noises. Wow. What's that dude name who ran for president for the Democrats? Howard Dean back in the day. Yeah. 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 Just listen to the dude. Dude, man, I'm telling you, it'd be randomly. He just makes some crazy noise. Yeah. Unbelievable. Let me see here. Yeah, y'all remember Howard Dean? You said RuPaul. Yeah, RuPaul. That's a representation of one of these YouTube cats. Y'all gotta figure out who that is. See, Jesse Lee Peterson is the final boss of Yeah, you ain't lying about that. Jesse Lee Peterson, man, that dude right there is that's like a Jesse Lee Peterson is one of the most awesome jigs the world has ever seen. Yeah, Jesse Lee Peterson, he's a dangerous one, man. You gotta get rid of him. He don't need to be here no more. Yeah, Jesse Lee don't need to be here no more. Yeah, that dude's ridiculous. Jesse Lee Peterson said something like slavery was good for us and we was better off from slavery. He said all kind of ridiculous stuff. What's up, BVO? What's up, AC Boxing? Said Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock is just he's definitely an ultimate jig. But I'm gonna tell you something. Jason Lee Peterson, Jason Whitlock, Candace Owens, it's a couple more. A lot of them are into race play. A lot of them get turned on by talking crazy about their own kind in front of mixed company because they think that they're it's like some weird race play stuff they do, man. Straight up, it's some weird stuff they doing. They're trying to excite them other people. Jason Whitlock would never take the side of a black person. Whenever there's a dynamic of black versus somebody else, and it's a perception of racism, Jason Whitlock will always take the side of the other person. Always. Coach say, weak spineless brothers, and one day will be held accountable. Yeah, one day. I can't wait for that day to happen, man. Because them them jokers gonna be running for cover on that day. Said Jesse Lee Peterson has several Me Too cases against him by males. Yeah, but they cover it up. That's the power. That's what I'm talking about. The media, they cover that stuff up, man. They cover it up. DP Rocker, what's happening with it? But yeah, that's what's going on right now. Smash that like button. We need over 400 likes in the building. So yeah, Turkey right now is pandering to the crowd of crybaby American boxing fans that's whining about the May 2nd card and people whining about uh, Crawford and Canelo is going to be boring because Crawford's going to run, blah, 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 blah. So that's what it is. But like I said, if Black Fire stood together, Turkey will be powerless. Bob Arum will be powerless. Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya, all of these promoters and bigwigs will be powerless if black boxers stuck together. If they all stuck together and said, nope, this is what we want, this is how we're going to do it, everybody will have to kiss our behind. Everybody will have to do exactly what we want. But because we divided and we split up and we hate on each other constantly, this is what we get. Yep, this is what it is. So, Professor X, appreciate it. So yeah, we got Tiafimo supposed to be well, he acting like he fighting Tank or Lamar Roach or something, but you know, he still signed with Top Rank to my understanding. So Tiafimo, he couldn't have signed with PBC because he's still signed with Top Rank. So he's gonna have to. I know Top Rank and PBC said they was gonna try to work together, but I don't know what's gonna happen here. Exactly, Coach. I seen Tank hating on Bill, randomly doing drive-bys, hating on Bill. This dude come out of this dude Tank just be lurking. Man. It's just a weird, insecure dude, man. Like, dude, what is you doing, family? Ain't you fighting somebody? What are you still worried about Bill Haney for? If you think you better than Devin, just fight Devin then. I don't understand it. What's the but why do you gotta beg this dude to just box somebody, bro? It's just ridiculous. I was gonna fight him, but they talking crazy. They disrespected me. Didn't Tank cut off his hair? Didn't Tank cut off his hair? Boy, I bet you them jokers was mad, boy. Tank cut his hair off, boy. I bet you somebody on this picture here was mad when Tank cut that hair off, boy. They was furious when Tank cut their hair off. Boy, they was mad. So Tank said Tio gonna get the 11 minutes to fight Lamont. 11 million to fight. He ain't getting no 11 million. Yeah, they still gonna glaze him, but the hair was helping them visualize Tank as a feminine, in a feminine perspective. They liked that hair on him. Oh boy, they was bragging about that boy hair. Tremel Boeing in the super chat with the 10 piece. Much love, much appreciation. He says, great point, General. I remember a few years ago watching old videos of the Million Man March, and I thought to myself, why don't African Americans want to be great no more? Bro, black folks and then fell into a trap, man. Just all we do is hate on each other. We done bought into we done taught our kids all this nonsense. That's why the new generation don't know nothing about their history. Man, I was talking to a sister the other day, this girl didn't know nothing of, she arguing with me about black. She don't know nothing. I mean basic stuff, bro. Once you get past Martin Luther King and Harriet Tubman, she don't know nothing. You start telling her all the great accomplishments that we had, she don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, bro. It's like, and she like 28. That's like, man, these people ain't teaching their kids nothing, bro. You can't rely on the school system to teach your kids your history, bro. That's your job. That got to be a staple in your household. You need to have books in your house about black inventors. All right, you need to have black history books in your house, and sit down once or twice a week and with your kids and go over this stuff. You learn, let them learn. You can't just forget your history, man. The 24 karat people don't forget their history. Absolutely not. Nobody does except for us. We just like we trying to run away from it or something. All these ninjas out here, I ain't black, man. I ain't African. I ain't this. I ain't that. I ain't this. I ain't whatever you want to be. Whatever. We the only people running around here and got stood on by these people that stood on our neck, and we still running around here talking about what we ain't. I know what you is, a ninja. That's what you is. Sports Guy 17 in the super chat with the 2 piece. Appreciate the love. It says, got them tickets. He says, I'll be there at the meet and greet. Hey, salute, brother. Appreciate it. Sports Guy 17 gonna be in the meet and greet. Vegas. See y'all in August, man. Look at the guy here. Y'all make everything about race with a picture of Tank with a pink jacket on. Look at him. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Jig City. Jig City, right here. Can't stop it. Y'all make everything about race because everything is about race. What's up, Hamza S? Yeah, bro. I'm not. Listen, bro. I can't talk to nobody who question if slavery happened. Once you start talking like that, I just ain't got nothing to say to you no more. You believe what you want to believe. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna do it, bro. We cannot it's bro. Black folks cannot devolve to the point where we acting like our oppression didn't even happen now. Like not, we just giving them people a pass for everything. Oh no, I don't believe that. No, I don't care what you believe. You believe your daddy is your daddy. You don't know that for a fact. This dude trying to give me their history. Oh, see, my people are from the Huchaka tribe. Yeah, yeah, bro. On my daddy's side, bro. You don't even know if that's your daddy. Where's your DNA test? I don't believe in DNA. I don't believe in DNA. DNA is a creation of the white man. Okay, bro. Just go somewhere and sit down somewhere. I ain't got time to talk to you. I ain't got time for it. Your daddy looked like Pee Wee Herman. Your mama looked like Megan Good, and you look like Shaka Zulu. But that's your daddy. Man, go somewhere and sit down somewhere, please. But anyway, let me see what we got here. Sports Guy 17 that super chapter 2 piece. Appreciate the love. It says shaking my head. So Coco winning in France was about race. Mm-hmm. What's up, King G, the boxologist? He said we literally have all the archives and pictures of slave certificates, bro. It's pointless, bro. People who say stuff like that are just people who just want to believe. They can't accept reality, bro. They just want to sound deep. They just went down this rabbit hole of research, and now they're trying to prove how deep and how smart they is. And you know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. I had one dude, man. I want to do something to this dude, bro. I had to check myself though. I had to check my anger. But this dude told me that Harriet Tubman never existed. That white folks made her up. Like, why would white people make up Harriet Tubman? It's all part of the feminist agenda, bro. They try to make it seem like women so strong and like she was free. I'm like, bro, man, I started I caught myself having a flashback to my street days. I started looking around, looking if anybody was around. I really want to remove this dude from the planet, bro. It's like, why are you here, bro? Why we don't need you? I don't need you spreading your DNA to another generation. You should be out of here, bro. Harriet Tubman didn't exist. White folks created her as part of the feminist agenda. Like, bro, I can't do it with these dudes, bro. I can't, bro. King Kane in the super chat with the 5-piece. Appreciate the support. He says, salute, General. If T.O. continue to be a super duck, who do you see Haney fighting later this year? Haney got options, bro. He got a lot of options. It could be Shakur, the winner of Shakur and Zepeda. It could be, hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to see what this is texting me. Yeah, it could be Shakur. It could be Rolly Ramiro. It could be Connor Ben. We don't know. It could be somebody on that list. You know what I'm saying? It could be somebody not on his list. But let me go to Devin list. Let me see. Let me go to Devin list here. This is Devin list. So T.O. was at the top of his list. That's who he wanted. T.O. ducked, and he got away with ducking. Everybody was cool with him ducking, like a coward that he is. Shakur Stevenson is going to fight Zepeda. And after that, in July, him and Devin might be able to do something together. Tank Davis ain't going to fight Devin. Even if they gave him $500 million, he would never fight Devin. If they gave him all Elon Musk's bank account, Tank would never fight Devin. So that's off the table. Boots is an option, but I think Boots is not going to fight Devin because Boots wants to be undisputed. So Boots is going to fight guys who got a belt right now. So Boots is probably going to be looking for Brian Norman Jr. or the winner of Pacquiao in Pacquiao versus um, what's the boy name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. WBC champion Mario Barrios. Um, so then Brian Norman Jr. Same thing with him. Devin would fight Brian Norman Jr., but I think Brian Norman Jr. is going to want the Boots fight or the Mario Barrios fight or the Pacquiao fight. So them guys are going to be tied up. Keyshawn Davis is not going to fight Devin, even though he should fight Devin. I would love to see that fight. I would love to see Keyshawn because, I mean, he can't make 135, obviously, right? So, going up to fight Devin at 145 or something like that, whatever. Going up there and get that bag and get dusted off. Rolly Ramiro, Rolly's a coward. He talk a good game, but he don't want to fight Devin, but he will for the money. But Rolly, he's scary too. He don't want to fight Devin. He's scared of getting outboxed. A lot of them guys scared of getting outboxed. Conor Ben at 147, very dangerous fight because Conor Ben very heavy-handed, extremely heavy-handed. You know what I'm saying? He just fought Chris Eubank at 160 at middleweight. So that's going if Devin fight him, Devin will have to put in some serious weight restrictions. Conor Ben is not going to be able to ain't no I miss weight by 1 pound. Nope. You can't miss weight by nothing. You got to make 147. You got to make 147, sir. That's what we're going to need. But yeah, it could be people not on the list. You know what I'm saying? It could be people not on the list. What's up, Albert? He said, I want Devin versus Broner. I'd love to see Devin versus AB. Help AB get a couple dollars in his pockets. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at that at all. They were trying to make that before, but people kept hating on it. Kept hating to stop it. So yeah, if we get Adrian Broner versus AB. I mean AB versus Devin Haney. I'm with that. They're gonna sell the fight. AB gonna talk crazy. You know he's gonna talk crazy. That's a good fight. I've been wanting that fight for a couple years actually. Yep. I wouldn't mind seeing AB get another payday, man. Said Devin versus Barrios winner for the WBC. Devin still ranked number one. Is he still ranked number one? Let me see. Because Devin could pull rank on that. He could pull rank on that and do that if he's still ranked. Let me see. Let me go to the WBC website. Let's see what's happening. Let's see. Rankings. My goodness gracious. Okay, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen real quick, like. All right, so this is the WBC website. This their rankings. At welterweight, Mario Barrios is the champion. All right. Mandatory, number one. Right here, Devin the Dream Haney. He's number one. So, yep, Devin got first dibs on he got first dibs on that shot at Pacquiao versus. That's interesting. Devin got first dibs on Pacquiao Barrios winner. So he could force that, the mandatory. He could force that. That'll be interesting. Matter of fact, I'm going to call Bill. That's the move right there. Matter of fact, that's the move. That's the move. Yep. Yeah, that might be the move right there. When they fighting this month or the next month, yeah, Devin might have to wait to see what happens with that and force that mandatory. Force that mandatory. Because if Devin get a Pacquiao fight, Pacquiao ain't gonna want to fight Devin. No, Pacquiao, he another scaredy cat. He don't want to fight nobody with lateral movement. You know what I'm saying? That's why he didn't fight Bud. But if Devin was to get a Pacquiao fight, Lord have mercy. You got another legend on his resume. Devin gonna cook Pacquiao. If he get Barrios, if Barrios beat Pacquiao and Devin beat Barrios, that's a good win too. Mm-hmm. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I've been on here for an hour cooking. I don't like staying on here all day. So I'm going to this park, man, and do me a couple more videos. I'm gonna talk about Angel Reese today, all the crazy hate she been getting, and I don't know. I'm gonna talk about some other stuff. Y'all want me to talk about anything? Just leave a message in the comment section, and I'll see it, and I'll try to do a video about it. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Smash that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. What's up, Sister Cameron Fields? I'm up out of here though, y'all. Deuces.